Welcome to the Zen Crypto Show, where we explain cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology in simple terms so you can feel comfortable interacting with crypto and investing in these exciting new digital assets. I'm your host, Sébastien Couture. NFTs are becoming a massive global phenomenon. More and more people are interested in NFTs. New NFT collections are launched every day. Celebrities and musicians are creating their own NFT collections. You can now get NFT sports memorabilia, and popular brands are creating their own branded NFTs as well. NFTs are reaching more than just crypto nerds, which is to say, NFTs are now going mainstream. As more of the general public are getting interested in NFTs, there are, of course, more people who are looking to take advantage of unsuspecting consumers. In this episode, we're talking about how you can protect your NFTs. First, we look at how people manage to fall into traps. Second, we look at the common scams you should look out for. And third, we talk about best practices and behaviors you can implement to keep yourself and your NFTs safe. Let's get started. Like with cryptocurrencies, NFT ownership is represented on a blockchain. Access to the cryptographic keys, which allows the transfer of these assets, should be kept private at all times and never be shared with anyone. One of the reasons why so many people fall into traps is because crypto is so new, and a lot of wallets simply don't have a great user experience. And this could be challenging for beginners who are just getting into crypto for the first time and perhaps buying their first NFT. Each transaction includes a set of instructions that are sent to the blockchain. For example, send this amount of ETH from my wallet to this wallet, or mint an NFT using the funds on my wallet. Before signing and sending the transactions to the blockchain, the wallet will typically show the user what they're signing. But to the untrained eye, this transaction information can look like gibberish. What's worse is that a malicious actor could trick you into signing a transaction which isn't what you think it is. So instead of giving a dApp permission to send funds in order to mint an NFT, you could in fact be unwillingly giving access to an attacker to take all of your crypto and your NFTs. Thankfully, solutions are coming to the market which help users better understand what they're signing. ZenGo just introduced ClearSign, which allows users to read the content of a transaction in plain English and also blocks unauthorized transaction requests from rogue apps. When talking about NFT scams and crypto scams in general, people usually fall into one of two traps. The first trap is when they sign a transaction they thought was doing one thing, but was in fact doing something else. And the second trap is handing over a seed phrase or a private key to a scammer who can then steal their crypto and NFTs, just like taking candy from a baby. And it's not just crypto beginners and newbies that are getting scammed. There are plenty of examples of CEOs of crypto companies and well-known NFT collectors also falling into these traps and getting their funds or NFTs stolen. So it's important for you to be mindful that this can happen to anyone. Now that we know how attackers steal NFTs, let's look at the different types of scams they pull to achieve their goals. The most common type of scam is phishing. And this involves impersonating a person or company to get access to your NFT account details. This type of scam usually involves sending fake links over email or popular social messaging platforms like Discord, Telegram, or Twitter. When an unsuspecting user clicks a link, they could be fooled into handing over their private keys, or the scammer could use more complex techniques to access the account information kept in their browser extension wallets. Scammers will often impersonate companies like Ledger, which is a popular hardware wallet, and OpenSea, a popular NFT platform, and they'll invite users to do things like update their software or change their password. Phishing scammers are great at creating a false sense of urgency, telling users things like, you must update your seed phrase before next week or you'll lose access to all your funds and NFTs. Be extra vigilant when clicking links from people claiming to be a crypto company or a support agent. And remember that a real crypto company will never ask for your private keys or seed phrases. The next scam is plain old fraud. This is a rug pull, and here criminals will create lots of hype and attention around an upcoming NFT release. In many rug pulls, investors are invited to join a pre-sale where they send money in exchange for a promise that they'll be the first to mint an NFT when the project is revealed. Only the whole thing is a lie, and the people behind the project never intended to release anything. At some point, they shut down the website and social media accounts and disappear, effectively pulling the rug under the feet of the investors, making off with potentially millions of dollars in crypto from unsuspecting users who were duped into thinking they were buying a cool NFT. Just like with Louis Vuitton bags and Rolex watches, people are also copying NFTs and making people think that they're actually the real thing. Here, scammers will create exact copies of popular NFTs and trick investors into buying them at insanely low prices compared to the originals. So for example, one might see a CryptoPunk, which is an early NFT project, selling for a few $100s. Only real CryptoPunks sell at a minimum of several tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on the price of Ether. A copy of a popular NFT is not worth the same as the original. The NFT marketplace OpenSea posted on Twitter in 2022 that 80% of the NFTs minted on their platforms were plagiarized works, fake collections, or spam. Remember, in crypto, if something is too good to be true, that's usually because it is. In airdrop scams, fraudsters will ask people to promote an NFT project in exchange for a free NFT in a new upcoming collection. Once the unsuspecting user has fallen for the trap and shared the promotional message on their social media account, the scammer will ask them to enter their wallet details in order to claim the prize. But by sharing your seed phrase, of course, scammers are able to make off with everything that's in it. And finally, social media account takeovers. These attacks are rare, but they do happen from time to time, and to even some of the biggest NFT projects. Hackers somehow gain access to the official social media accounts of popular projects, usually by tricking or hacking employees that work there. At this point, they have access to a huge megaphone and they can direct users to do things like provide their wallet information for some unknown reason, similar to a phishing scam. But because it's coming from the official account, some users might let their guard down and fall for these traps. By the time the project owners notice that their social media accounts were hacked, it could be too late. In 2022, the popular NFT artist Beeple had his Twitter account hacked in a phishing scam, and people lost thousands of dollars. There are, of course, lots of other kinds of scams, but these are the main ones you should be looking out for as they are the most common. Now that you know what kind of scams to look out for, I want to teach you some best practices and good behavior that will ensure you never fall into one of these traps. So even as scammers evolve their methods and think of new ways to trick you, you're always going to have a baseline of protection by following these rules, and you'll be more skeptical of scams when they fall onto you. Number 1, never trust anyone on social messaging apps like Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. In fact, you should consider turning off direct messages entirely. 99.9% of incoming messages you'll receive from people you don't know are going to be scams. Do not respond to any of these messages or click on any of the links. You should in fact delete these messages and report users who are sending them. Number 2, immediately stop what you're doing anytime you're asked to enter a seed phrase or private key into a website. 100% of the time, you will lose your crypto and NFTs. And always be mindful when changing your password. and make sure the website is legitimate. Number 3, never fall into FOMO, or fear of missing out. If you find yourself trying to send crypto under pressure, you're likely to make mistakes or fall for a scam. Most bad decisions and irreparable mistakes are made when people are in a hurry. Number 4, look into people's reputation when interacting with new projects. Research the team and the people behind a project. Are they coming out of nowhere? Or have they done anything meaningful in the past? Have they presented anything concrete? Have the smart contracts and application code been audited? These are important questions you can ask when performing your own due diligence on projects. Number 5, always revoke contract approvals after interacting with a dApp. Disconnecting is not enough. Revoking access means a malicious person can't trick you into signing a transaction. Number 6, always stop and think before clicking links in social media posts, messages, or email. Verify the link domain name. This can be harder to do on some mobile apps, but it's important to always make sure the links you're clicking are pointing to the accurate websites they represent. Number 7, if you engage with an official representative or support agent, make sure to double check they're not a fake account. Ask them to send you an email from their official company email address, or to send you a direct message from the company account. Number 8, always use caution when you receive a message from a friend on a channel where you don't typically interact. For example, a person you're used to chatting with on WhatsApp starts talking to you out of the blue on Telegram. In this case, you should ask the person to verify their identity on another platform or by answering questions only that person would know. Number 9, never send funds to someone you don't completely trust, and always verify addresses before sending in transactions. Remember that in crypto, transactions are irreversible. And finally, number 10, apply doubt everywhere. Anything that looks too good to be true most likely is. Part of using crypto this early on means that you're operating in a world which has not yet fully matured. This can be exciting, but it also carries risks. Remain cautious, stay zen, and make decisions based on sound judgment rather than emotion. If you do that, you're already doing the biggest part in protecting yourself on your crypto journey. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Zen Crypto Show, which is produced by ZenGo, where you can buy, sell, trade, and earn cryptocurrencies with mind-bending simplicity and safety. If you enjoyed this episode, head over to Apple Podcasts and let us know what you learned by leaving a review. And if you'd like to suggest a topic for future episodes, email podcast@zengo.com. Until next time, stay zen.